Money has played a crucial role in human society since ancient times. It has been used as a medium of exchange, a store of value, and a unit of account. Governments around the world have the power to print and control the money supply. However, the question remains, why can't governments print an unlimited amount of money? In this article, we will explore the reasons behind this limitation. The nature of money. Before we can understand why governments cannot print an unlimited amount of money, it's important to understand the nature of money itself. Money is a representation of value that is universally accepted as a means of exchange. It has no inherent value of its own, but its value is derived from what it can be exchanged for. For example, a $20 bill has no inherent value, but it can be exchanged for goods and services worth $20. Money has three key functions. Medium of exchange. Money facilitates the exchange of goods and services between buyers and sellers. Store of value. Money allows people to store purchasing power over time. Unit of account. Money provides a standard unit for measuring the value of goods and services. The value of money. The value of money is determined by supply and demand. When the supply of money increases, the value of money decreases and prices rise. Conversely, when the supply of money decreases, the value of money increases, the value of money increases, and prices fall. This relationship between the supply of money and the value of money is known as the quantity theory of money. Inflation and deflation. Inflation occurs when the supply of money increases faster than the supply of goods and services, resulting in a decrease in the value of money and an increase in prices. Deflation occurs when the supply of money decreases faster than the supply of goods and services, resulting in an increase in the value of money and a decrease in prices. The role of governments in controlling the money supply. Governments play a crucial role in controlling the money supply. In modern economies, governments typically control the money supply through their central banks. The central bank is responsible for managing the money supply and implementing monetary policy. Monetary policy refers to the actions taken by the central bank to influence the availability and cost of money. The central bank can influence the money supply by buying or selling government securities, adjusting interest rates, and setting reserve requirements for banks. The central bank's main goal is to maintain price stability, which means keeping inflation under control. If the central bank prints too much money, it can lead to inflation, which can have negative economic consequences such as reduced purchasing power, lower economic growth, and reduced investment. On the other hand, if the central bank does not print enough money, it can lead to deflation, which can also have negative economic consequences such as reduced economic growth and increased unemployment. The gold standard. Historically, money was backed by a commodity such as gold or silver. This system, known as the gold standard, limited the ability of governments to print money. Under the gold standard, the amount of money in circulation was limited by the amount of gold held by the amount of gold held by the government. If the government wanted to print more money, it had to acquire more gold. The gold standard provided a stable monetary system, but it also had some drawbacks. It limited the ability of governments to respond to economic crises and required a large amount of gold reserves. In 1971, the United States abandoned the gold standard, and most other countries followed suit. The fiat currency system. Today, most countries use a fiat currency system, in which money is not backed by a commodity, but is instead backed by the government's ability to maintain price stability. Under the fiat currency system, governments have more flexibility in printing money, but they must also be careful not to print too much.